14th.
13th.
12th. 12th? Dude, 12th? 12th? 15th. Today is April 10th, 2025. 11th.
My name is jackkadis and today is April 16th. Okay, we got a couple things to do on camera today. The first thing I think I'm gonna do is put on my outfit for work, maybe. This is what I wear for keeping it real. I undid the tie already. I put a marker in here because I think it's cool. I'm starving. I'm so hungry. I could just sit and talk to you, the camera, like this. I mean, that could be cool. I got like 500 views on one video where I just sat and talked to the camera. How are you doing? I'd like to know. What's going on with you? I wish that this could be a two-way street, but it couldn't be. It's more, I don't know. Every sort of like passion like this, where like you're building something yourself, has some cons. You know, like music, you're just limited to the ears. Art, you're limited to the eyes. And YouTube like this, you're just kind of limited to the camera. Like I don't really get to hang out with whoever you are watching this video. I just have to hope that I'm entertaining enough for you to keep coming back and then continue and then inspire more people to come and more people, and all of a sudden there's like thousands and tens and hundreds of thousands of people, and it leads to me being able to connect with people through that way, I guess. I don't really know. I just have like a rough idea, if that makes sense. I have this SD card right here. I can walk you through the process of editing a Keeping It Real episode. This just came out of that camera, and I'm gonna pop it into this computer. Right now GarageBand is open. So the first thing I do when I finish a recording is I stop the audio recording right with this red button, and then I'll stand up, stop the recording on that camera, grab the SD card, and then what I'll do is click Share, Export Song to Desktop from GarageBand. So then once I do that, I can minimize that tab. I always like to minimize it every step just in case something goes wrong, so I can always come back to the first, you know. Then I'll open Audacity, right, this program. I'll X out yesterday's work. I'll drag in today's clip. And there's a 4-step process to the audio work that I do with each episode. So I have to have two hands for this. So the first step is zooming in on a part of the track in which I was silent for a long period of time. That is this right here. Then I go to Effect. I go to Noise Removal and Repair, Noise Reduction, Get Noise Profile. What this is going to do is it's going to listen to the ambient background noise at that section of the track, and once I go back to Noise Removal and Repair, Noise Reduction, I can click OK, and it's going to apply the, like it said, noise removal and reduction to the entirety of the track. This takes about 30 seconds. After that, I'm going to go back to the same drop-down menu, select compression, that's going to take about the same time, then again with normalized audio levels. And that's just going to make everything closer together. There's going to be less peaks, less valleys, and my voice is going to keep the same loudness throughout the episode. So like I assume most people are doing, listening with headphones, it's not as jarring when I'm really excited and I get a little bit louder, you know, quieter, move closer, further from the mic. It's very much, I find, they exist, both the intensities, or I don't know how to say this. Right now I'm just going to Effect, Volume and Compression, Compressor. I have preset settings that save, so I click Apply. It's very much a factor when you do all the work yourself. You realize how much each step matters. Like now when I'm recording Keeping It Real, I'm very locked in on keeping my voice the same monotone throughout the entirety of the episode and keeping the mic at the same distance, because I know that I have to spend time after every episode doing what I'm doing right now and editing this audio. So now after it normalizes and it just finished, I can zoom out again. And it's nice and uniform, so I can click File, I can click Export Audio, Export to Computer, and it's named the same thing, but I just add a 1 at the very end, so it's technically episode 1101 when it's really just episode 110. And then I click Export, and then I go ahead and open up Davinci Resolve while that's loading. And with Davinci Resolve, what we're going to do is we're going to sync the audio. Once it comes out. Is this noticeable? All this like red dots and stuff. I have trouble shaving. It's not that easy. If you know, you know. Davinci Resolve is launching. Baby, come home. I need you to hold me, 'cause it's getting... I click the SD card. I drag the video file that I just made. Click change frame rate. Drag the audio. Drag them both to the timeline, one on top of the other. Then in the edit tab of the software, I highlight them both, if possible. Then in the edit tab of the software, I highlight them both. Double click, auto align clips based on waveform. That's going to go in and it's going to compare both of the audio from, because this camera also records audio with actually a pretty nice mic, and it's going to sync up the audio so that I can mute the video track and rely solely on this microphone that I use and be one step closer to a finalized episode of Keeping It Real. So that's how we do it around here. That is how we do it around here. After this uploads, we're going to go to my YouTube studio and we're going to look at that for a bit, because yesterday, I spoke about it on Keeping It Real, I made a pretty big change where I kind of leaned a little bit more into shorts and short form content. It's been bringing me a lot of views, a lot of watch time, and you know, it's time to realize that I'm here for you people, not me. So when things give me lots of views, lots of watch time, you know, let's do a little bit more of it. You know what I'm saying? We could go and look at that right now, I guess. I think I want to click export on this project for it. We're 2 steps away. After this, these waveforms finish syncing, I basically go and I just trim the start and trim the end. And then you have a podcast episode. I used to put in title cards and such, but I realized it just doesn't matter, and it's one extra step that is unneeded. It's just like, you know, film the podcast, edit the podcast, post the podcast. I think what I have done by getting rid of the title card that I put in the video, I have added to with the way that I've been kind of thinking about my thumbnails and how they come off. And I've actually been including a picture of my face now in the Keeping It Real thumbnails. And I really like that. I think it's pretty cool. And I want to keep on doing it. So I plan to. Right now it's 2 p.m. I have to be at work, I think at 4 p.m. I want to double check that it's 4 p.m. I'm pretty sure it's 4 p.m. So today is April 16th. And yes, I'm supposed to be there at 4 p.m. Supposed to be there at 4 p.m. Okay, and that's awesome. I should be able to get all this stuff done. By the time I get home from work, I'll be donezo. It is such an interesting phenomenon, though. You'd think like I'd be able to get to bed earlier when all my stuff is done, but no. But if I have all my stuff still to do, then I start drifting off to bed. Like, why is it like that? I have no idea why it's like that. No idea. No idea. Holy shit, I said my Keeping It Real episode. This is kind of off topic, but I promised that I was gonna... I've been going on dates with this girl, and I just went on a 3rd date, and I think a 3rd date's when you're supposed to make a move as a guy, but I didn't, and I kind of regret that, but there's no regrets, you know? I think that for the next time I see her, the first thing I'm gonna do is just try and kiss her. And I hope it goes well. I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous. Okay, this audio is finished syncing. So the next step is to do the clips. First at the start. Why does it start so late though? Okay, it's because I trimmed it on accident. I did not realize. All right, so I'm filming an Instagram reel for the first part of the video, so I wanna I want to go right to the part where I put my phone down. Okay. And then mute this. And I'd like to have headphones on so I can see how it sounds. Just make sure it's not like something crazy happened in one of the steps. All right, this episode's over. See you tomorrow. Peace.